$850 billion or over 14 trillion rand in additional stimulus, as the government moves to buffer an economy in the wake of a steep fall-off in consumer demand, particularly travel, as many businesses close their doors with serious financial implications.
We have an enormous fiscal plan. It's at least $800 billion, it may be more. We're working with Congress to do it, but much of it can be done through executive authorities. And again, to quote the president, we will use whatever federal powers are available. And then I'll just add, and maybe then some.
President Trump earlier also indicated an openness to a $50 billion economic support package for the struggling airline industry.
I just don't want to be specific. We're looking at it. It's not, it's not so much a bailout. Airlines are a key channel in the economy. You've got to have it, point number one. Point number two, this is more, in our view, a liquidity help, cash flow help, because, again, we see this virus problem as a matter of months, not years. And we don't see the airlines failing. But if they get into a cash crunch, we're going to try to help them. We're consulting with House and the Senate leadership to see what works. And, of course, the Treasury Department and the Fed have enormous powers on this. So I see it as a liquidity fix, not a bailout.
The backdrop to this is the stalling of regular activity, with schools, universities, gyms, theaters and workplaces closed or operating under restrictions, with restaurants in New York now limited to takeout or delivery only.
It's already affected. It's already down like 60%, so it's going to affect them more. But, it is what it is. We can change it. We're hoping that, they will come out with some sort of, you don't have to pay the rent or something, negotiating. But, we haven't heard anything yet. So we're hoping for that it's going to come out, Otherwise, we can't survive. It's going to be a tough situation for everybody.
6 counties around the San Francisco area on the United States West Coast have announced shelter-in-place orders in the latest drastic measures echoed across the country, including a daily curfew in the state of New Jersey.
All non-essential and non-emergency travel in New Jersey is strongly discouraged between the hours of 8 p.m. and 5 p.m. daily, effective this evening at 8 p.m., until further notice. To be clear, and I think I may have contributed to this confusion over the weekend, this is not a curfew, but it is strongly recommended and travel is strongly discouraged.
With warnings that restrictions could get worse as testing expands. Case numbers grow, now exceeding 4,500 with over 80 deaths. And as a new behavioral reality dawns on the United States. Shervin Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.